It's just about a half hour to turn this basement into a full-fledged recording studio. Right before my most recent trip to New Jersey, my uncle reached out and told me that he wanted to write a song. Now, a lot of people might not know this about me, but I spent most of my life as a recording engineer and producer and songwriter. In fact, learning how to market my music and my studio business is the only reason I ever got into marketing in the first place. Sidebar, if you do the thing you love the most professionally long enough, you will learn to hate it. You can kill your passion. But I hadn't recorded a song in years. So I was really excited because this was a chance to just do something unique and fun with my uncle. Now, it was his very first time going through this process, and it was also my first time in a long time doing it as well. What was really cool was just throwing my Mac Mini and my microphone into a suitcase before I left, and then showing up. Now, my Uncle Carmen has the coolest gear collection, all kinds of stuff. In fact, when I was just 9 years old, he gave me my very first guitar lesson. Now, when I showed up, he was like, we gotta make this basement look really cool. So him and Vince ended up hanging all of his guitars while I set up the gear. As much as I would have loved to have mic'd up his Friedman, we just decided to use the Kemper because it's simpler. So the recording chain was actually really cool. He wanted like an 80s sound rock song. So what we did was we used Superior Drummer with like an arena rock drum kit. We DI'd in his Fender American bass. We double tracked all of the guitars with a Gibson Les Paul, a Heritage Les Paul, and an EVH Wolfgang.
What I recently realized is that we suck at pool and we're very good at drinking.
You can hit that note when it goes to the E.
He towed home.
We layered some acoustics, some backup vocals. Oh, and I forgot to mention the vocal chain. I actually used a Townsend Lab Sphere mic and then did everything into the Universal Audio Apollo. So it gave me the flexibility to have all of that really nice analog gear that I've used years before, but in a very digital, compact sense. And poor Lauren got tormented at the recording session. What just happened?
What?
What happened just now?
The smell?
Yeah.
Uncle Carmen shit himself once again.
So yeah, that's kind of a recap of the project. That was working with my Uncle Carmen when I was in New Jersey about 2 months ago. I'll be heading home again soon to work on another project, so hopefully we'll get to make some music again, stuff like that. What was really interesting about that trip home was just how it gave me new perspective on old hobbies. Like, this is the year that I want to jump back into really taking the time to enjoy my hobbies again. Like, I got into working online and, you know, all that stuff in order to be free, in order to get all the time back in the world that I wanted, in order to do the stuff that I enjoyed more, which when I was a 19-year-old, that meant playing shows, that meant recording music, that meant getting together with my friends and just making noise. But as a 38-year-old man, I found that I kind of detached from the hobbies for a long time, and I'm looking to just reconnect with them. It's a lot of fun. At this stage in my life, I love travel, I love marketing. In fact, I'm gonna be flying back to New Jersey again soon to do some video content on a project, and like, all that stuff is exciting, but to me, doing the things that you enjoy for fun with the people that you enjoy doing them with, that's the key to life. And once I get back to Chiang Mai in my studio, I am gonna carve out some time, sit down and actually finish the mix, finish the song, you know, famous last words, finish the mix. If you're anything like me, you probably have a hard drive full of music that you've been sitting on for decades that you're not doing anything with. This isn't gonna be one of those things. We're actually gonna finish this up. All right, cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and to be frank, I'm kind of just making this stuff for me because I imagine one day I'm gonna be sitting in a nursing home and feeling nostalgic, and I'll be able to pull this up and take a look at it. Hope you enjoy it.